It's Friday, May 9th, Friday. Happy Mother's Day to Kyle. Happy Mother's Day to you for listening.
Guys.
You're the mom of the show.
I came in here to these beautiful flowers from you guys. It's so sweet. Thank you.
It really brightens up the place, doesn't it?
They're so pretty.
I feel like we do need to add a little bit more pop of color in here. Totally lifts the vibe.
Some living things.
And Kyle's had a couple plants sitting next to her for about a year now. They're still alive.
I know.
That's pretty amazing,
So,
right?
yeah.
I haven't killed them yet.
You were saying something about your husband being a curmudgeon the other day, right? And I don't know that whole story yet, but just to let you know that I back you up, I had this Mother's Day song someone sent me. It's Boys to Men, and it has, in fact, here's a little bit of it. Listen to this. This is
She tucks me in at night, and she reads us stories every night, and she hugs me a lot. She's nice, and she listens to our problems, and she just, she helps us. Brown hair, like I said, beautiful.
It's cute, right?
Cute.
Right?
Yeah.
So, do you know the story behind the song?
No.
I sent it to your husband, and I said, hey, could you get me some clips of Addie and Easton talking about Kyle, and we'll mix it into the song? I said, it'd be really cool, because she's the mom of the show. And he's like, you know how he's really anal about sound quality? He's
Yeah.
like, sound quality's terrible. Can you give me a better version of the song? I go, can you go download it? Because I was going to say, send me Addie and Easton, and we'll mix it in the song here. And then I thought, it's probably better. I'll get you you get a better quality song and mix in Addie and Easton. And then finally he's like, the only thing I can do is shorten up the song you sent me. But honestly, I wouldn't play it. The quality is not up to standards. I didn't have the time to make a new one with my kids. Plus, my kids shy up when they get in front of the microphones. Sorry.
That is true.
I was trying to, highlight your wife, the mom of the show. And I thought maybe she'd cry when she heard the kids talk about whatever. So anyway.
Yeah, it's touching, but the quality isn't up to standards. Audio quality.
That's his ears. I listened to that song. It sounded just fine to me. But that dude's got supersonic hearing.
I'm totally with him on that quality thing.
Well, how was he a curmudgeon for you?
So we have friends, right? We have these friends that we do a lot of things with. We do sports with, we go to church, we hang out on the weekends with. We see them a few times a week usually. And it's great because our kids are the same age, and so everyone gets along, right? Kids play together, there's no issues, we have fun together. It's perfect in my eyes. In Scott's eyes, we see everyone too much. Not just them, everyone. He wants to do nothing all the time. And so we're making plans for tonight because the kids both have football games, but Easton's game's at 5:50 and Addie's game's not till 8:20, and they're at the same field. And in the past, what we've done is we go to dinner in between the games with our friends from the teams that we do see a couple times a week. And so I'm bringing this up to him. He's like, you're probably going to want to go to dinner, huh? And I'm like, we are going to need to eat. He's like, can we just get a break from everyone? I go, what are you going to do? You're already with these people. You're already there. We all need to eat. What?
What's he
I
gonna
don't
say?
understand.
When they're let's go get a bite to eat, he's going to go, no thanks, I'm good. What's he going to do?
Yeah, that's what I picture in my head. And I'm like, you know what? Everything I want to do. You didn't want to do the derby party. You don't want to hang out with friends. You don't want to do anything. I have a new nickname for you. Your new nickname is Curmudgeon. Because that's the way you view everything. It's everything. I'm like, do you want to do anything? Guess what? I want to do things. And you know who you married. This is how I've always been. And I'm like, I don't want to leave you at home and go do all the fun things without you.
And my mom would do that when I was a little kid. My mom would do that with my dad because he was the same way. She'd be like, okay, well, I guess I'll go out to dinner. And then eventually he would come around, and he always had a good time, but getting him to go.
That's the thing, Richard. They always have a good time once we go.
Yes, always.
It's just getting there. It's such a pain.
My father would be like, well, I don't want to go. I don't really like any of her friends, but it was actually really nice. He's surprised that he had a good time every time. Yeah. I feel like Scott's the same way.
How did the curmudgeon handle that video I saw you post last night?
Oh, that was wild.
I saw that and I was like, how in God's name did that happen to Kyle? Did you guys see that video?
I haven't seen it yet.
Okay, so I posted it on my stories if you want to see it. It's up there right now at Unfug. So here's the thing. Yesterday, I had so many errands to run. Like, it is Teacher Appreciation Week. It is both my kids' teachers' birthdays. I'm the room mom, and so I'm in charge of all the things, right? So yesterday was my day. I was going to go get the flowers, get the balloons, get the gifts for them, and then get everything ready. And so I stopped by, got the flowers, picked up some frozen food, have the balloons in my car, and I still have a few other errands to run. And I don't want like all the stuff to melt and the flowers to wilt in the car. So I'm like, I'm going to run home, drop this off, and then continue with the rest of the errands really quick. Scott was at an appointment and it started at 11:30. I'm getting home right around 12:30. I'm pretty sure the appointment's an hour. So I'm like, I'll be in and out before he's even home. No big deal. So I parked on his side of the garage, which happens to be closer to the garage door. And because I'm in a hurry, I didn't pull in the entire way because I figure I'm going in and out. I just like pulled into wherever I like didn't measure it. I run in. I'm inside for 4 minutes. I put away frozen food. I put the flowers in the water. And then I'm coming out into the garage to the garage door closing. I try to rush and press the button. I'm too late. So I see the garage door into my back window, and I hear the glass break.
Oh my God.
The garage door bounces back up, and I go outside. I'm like, oh my gosh, you just broke my window. And then he goes, what are you doing parked in my spot? I'm like, what are you doing closing the garage door? He's like, I didn't know it was open. So here we are, like totally blaming each other, when in all actuality, it was probably both our faults. Like really, truly, probably both our faults. But now it doesn't matter. I have a gigantic break in
massive.
the back window.
I'm looking at it now.
I gotta see this.
And I'm like,
my gosh.
that's not going to be cheap to fix.
It matches
So
your
cool.
front, though.
I know. He goes, well, now you can get your windshield replaced and your back window. I'm like, cool. That's positive.
Isn't that what that safe life is there? Safe life is there.
You know what's so funny is my kids have heard that commercial so much. I picked them up from school. They saw it. They saw the crack. And Eastie goes, you should probably go to that Safe Flight place. I'm like, wow, guys, advertising works.
Oh, my God.
So that was fun. That was fun. He was curmudgeon about it, but so was I, because it was such a shock because I wasn't expecting him to be home. You weren't supposed to be home yet.
Happy Mother's Day, curmudgeon. From the curmudgeon.
Yeah.
And I saw Peyton was hanging out with the weekend yesterday with Abel.
I know, it was actually insane. So yesterday I got to go to a pre-screening of The Weeknd's new movie with Jenna Ortega and Barry Keoghan. It's called Hurry Up Tomorrow. And it's basically based off of the album that he dropped that's also called Hurry Up Tomorrow. It was such a cool movie. The cinematography was awesome. The sound was super dope, and it was really cool to see all of them on the big screen together. But he literally, before the movie started, showed up. Just said hi to everyone, the director of the movie, and then here comes The Weeknd just walking into the movie.
That's amazing.
I know, it was so cool, and the whole setup was super dope, and I had a feeling something was going to happen because there was a lot of like cameras and media there. I was like, this seems pretty legit, but it's perfect because his show is literally at the State Farm Stadium tonight, so he was already here. So why not show up to your pre-screening?
Where do you
Yeah,
think he was
makes
staying?
sense.
You get
I
an
don't
Airbnb?
know.
I know
I
Taylor
don't
Swift
know.
gets an Airbnb. I wonder if he gets an Airbnb or goes to a hotel.
But I thought the whole thing was so cool because it wasn't like open to like really anyone. It was only open to his fan base. So only
that's
like
cool.
die-hard The Weeknd fans were there. It was super cool.
If anyone knows where he's staying, Peyton, can we send you to it? If he's at
Don't
an
you think he's
Airbnb,
staying his tour bus?
I don't know. If he's at an Airbnb, we'll send Peyton there, go knock on the door. Hey, I saw you at the movie last night.
Remember me? Row 5.
Well, we're going to be giving away tickets about an hour, a little bit more from an hour from now. We want moms to call in and say, you know, what is it? What my family don't know won't hurt them.
That's right.
All right. So, but right now, hey, Janet, good morning. What's up?
Well, my mom would kill me if she knew that I made fun of her dementia on a social blog.
Oh, my God.
Why would you do that?
Because sometimes the only way to deal with tough stuff is to laugh at it.
That's true.
I get
I
that
could see that.
100%. 100% I understand completely. So,
There was this one time we were driving down the road and there was a sign at the carpet store that said free pad with purchase. And she was like, do you think I can't afford my own Kotex? Right?
yeah, no, that's funny.
Sometimes you just gotta laugh at
You
it.
gotta laugh, Janet.
Pretty
I
good.
get it. I
Sense of
100%.
humor. It's
Yeah.
important.
Thank you, Janet. So we're going to do that about an hour from now. We want to know your secrets, Mom. 877-937-1047. Kyle, what are 3 things we need to know?
Yesterday, the smoke signaled a pope had been elected, and it was announced the Catholic Church has its first ever American Pope, Cardinal Robert Francis Prevost. Was elected by his fellow cardinals, a native of Chicago. I loved seeing all this stuff online about how we have a Chicagoan Pope.
Yeah.
You know?
I know. I love
It's great.
It was like, I love that we have a pope that's definitely been into a Costco.
You know what? I saw an interview with people that knew him. You know what they called him? Bob.
Bam.
Hey, babe.
Bob.
Yeah, Robert. Bob.
Yeah, that's everyone knows him as Bob. It's so
However,
weird.
his chosen name will be Pope Leo, the whatever.
I think he already did a mass this morning. He's probably talking all Chicago in Italy. I think that's cool, don't you?
I think I heard him speak yesterday, and it was not in English. It
was
in
Latin.
Italian or
Oh, he
Latin
can
or
speak
something. Yeah.
Spanish and he can speak Latin and he can speak Chicago. So he's like, we're going to go through this mass here. We're going to pray to the Lord. And then after church, there's toilets down there on the left, down by there.
That's the new pope. It's been about 70 days since Attorney General Pam Bondi promised the release publicly of the Jeffrey Epstein files. You remember this? And everyone's like, where are they?
Remember
Let's
this
name
one?
some names. Remember this one? That's what she said. There is a big reason for that. And this big announcement was made that kind of shocked a lot of people because nobody in the government has actually ever, I guess, admitted to these actually existing. But she said it's taken so long because there are literally tens of thousands of videos of Epstein with children or child porn. There are hundreds of victims. No victim's ever going to get released, but it's the volume that the FBI has to go through right now. And going through that is so difficult for them that's why it's taking a long time.
Difficult because there's so many names, or difficult because it's hard to read?
Difficult because it's hard to watch.
Ooh, a watch.
Hundreds
Tens
of
of
thousands
thousands.
of videos.
That's disgusting.
Yeah. And the crazy thing is no one in the government's actually admitted the videos existed. We all kind of knew, but this is like super confirmation and just like so disturbing to think of that now there's people that have been assigned in the FBI to watch these. Ugh. Yeah. Super gross, but hopefully the list will come and some people will go down for that. Harvard did an 80-year study, you guys, to find the key to a long and healthy life. They say it isn't just about exercise or having a great diet, eating the right foods. It's actually about relationships. They found strong social connections are the top predictor of longevity and well-being. Warm, meaningful relationships actually help regulate your stress, which in turn benefits your physical and mental health. It's not just about having people around, but it's about actively nurturing those bonds, even with just simple acts like making eye contact when you speak to one another instead of looking down at your phone. That can boost your well-being and the well-being of the person you have that meaningful relationship with. And that's 3 things you need to know.
Ashley, what my family don't know won't hurt them. What do you got?
What my family don't know won't hurt them is I had an OnlyFans for a couple of years.
No, like
You had an OnlyFans.
recently.
Yeah, I recently ended it.
Were you making money?
Yeah, I made some good money.
Like how much?
I'd say over 60 grand.
No. Why did you stop that?
My kids are getting older and they're also on social media, and it was a different time in my life, and it served its purpose, and now I'm
How out of control did you get on the OnlyFans?
No, I kept it pretty clean.
Oh, okay.
Just nice boob shots.
Did you say food shots? Because I'm in.
Boob.
Oh, boob. Oh, I thought nice food shots. Here's a cheeseburger. All right. Thank you, Ashley. That's beautiful. Hold on the line, okay? We're going to keep your number. You're in the running. That's how we're going to do it. We'll pick a winner about an hour from now. But what my family don't know won't hurt them. Peyton, what's the vibe for predictions?
I'm going to tell you what kind of mom you are based on your zodiac sign.
Good morning, Chris. What's your sign?
I'm a Taurus.
Okay, Taurus, I got you. You are the cozy queen mom. Your home smells like cookies and peace. You're the mom who makes the best grilled cheeses, always has extra snacks, and gives legendary hugs. Your vibe is soft but firm.
Yeah, if I was the mom, that's me.
Yeah?
Thanks,
Love that.
Chris. Good morning, Daisy. What's your sign?
I am a Leo, like Miss Peyton.
Yes.
A Leo, like our new Pope.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Pope
he's
Leo.
I don't know if he's a Leo, but
He is Pope Leo.
Do you know his birthday?
I don't. I could look it up
Because
while
you think
Peyton's
you'd be
doing
like,
this one.
you'd be like, I'm a Leo, so that's why I'm a Pope Leo.
Yeah, well, we'll find it out. So, okay. Well, for Leos, we are the glamorous ride or die mom. We're the mom who cheers the loudest at the game, never misses a photo op, and treats your kids like royalty. You're going to hype them up before spelling bee like it's the Super Bowl because proud is a Leo's personality.
Heck yeah. I'm their biggest cheerleader and always will be, for
Heck
sure.
yes. I love that.
The way it should be.
Thanks, Daisy.
Thank you. Bye.
Pope
Good morning, Michelle.
Leo's birthday is September 14th.
Oh, Virgo.
Virgo.
Interesting. Figures a Virgo would lead. Okay, what do you got for... Oh, Scorpios. Hi, Michelle.
Hi.
Scorpio, okay, I got you. So Scorpio moms, you're the ride or die soul mom. You feel everything deeply, so you're protective and loyal and low-key psychic when it comes to your kids' moods. So don't mess with a Scorpio mom. She's got receipts, instincts, and emotional depth most can't handle.
Oh, definitely me.
Thanks, Michelle.
Thank you.
How about Libras?
Kyle, our mom in the room. Libras, you are the Pinterest perfect mom. Your aesthetic is immaculate. You're the mom with color-coded calendars and a knack for avoiding conflict. And you do have the best birthday party themes on the block.
Truth.
You treat fairness, or you teach fairness, kindness, and how to strike a pose all in one.
That sounds nice. I do aim for that.
Yeah.
What about Pisces?
Pisces, Richie, if you were a mom, you would be the dreamy, magical mom. You are the whimsical, creative, emotionally in tune mom who always knows the right thing to say. You raise your kids on love, intuition, and a little bit of moon magic. Bedtime stories, you just make up your own.
That fits the Pisces moms I know pretty well.
Your wifey.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Virgo moms?
Virgo moms, you are the organized chaos controller. You're the mom who has a binder for everything, meal plans, field trips, life goals. Your love is shown through action, and you make sure everyone's socks match and no one is late to dentist appointments. Chaos stands no chance for a Virgo mom.
Okay, very good. Now, if we didn't get to your sign, they're all posted on our website at johnjaneRich.com. Just talking about the Pope, right? The Pope. We got a new Pope. He's the new head of the Catholic Church. I have some Pope trivia.
It's Friday and John just got a game for you.
So at the election of Pope Leo, this is trivia on famous Leos. Leos, famous Leos. Sure, you probably think, oh, Leonardo DiCaprio. No, that's not what I mean. I tie it into Peyton's predictions.
Oh, people that are Zodiac Leos.
Peyton, Jenny from the block, just divorced Ben Affleck.
J-Lo.
Yes, her birthday's July 24th. Rich, Miss Congeniality, won an Oscar for her performance in Blindside.
Sandra Bullock.
Yes, July 26th. Kyle, gorgeous actress who won an Oscar for her role in Monster.
Oh, Charlize Theron.
Yes,
Theron.
August 7th is her birthday. Peyton, he is Aquaman.
Jason Momoa.
August 1st. Rich, he is Harry Potter.
Oh my gosh, why can't I come up with his name right now? Daniel Radcliffe.
Yes, July 23rd. Kyle, she is Storm from X-Men. She won an Oscar for Monsters Ball in 2001. Make me feel good.
Who is Halle Berry?
Yes, August 14th. Kyle, he's the second actor. I'm sorry, Peyton, he's the second actor. This is tough for you, I believe. To play Vito Corleone in The Godfather 2. He's also in Meet the Parents.
Danny DeVito.
Wrong. Rich for the steal.
Robert De Niro.
Yes.
Same guy, though. Same guy.
Exactly the same person.
Yeah.
Kyle, Oscar nominated for her roles in The Help. Oscar winning for 2016's Fences. She's also, I think she's in X-Men. No, she's in the other one. She's also in How to Solve a Murder.
Oh, got it.
Oh.
I haven't seen any of those.
Peyton.
I haven't seen any
Oh
of
my
those.
gosh, I see her face. How to Solve a Murder.
Rich.
Marissa Tomei.
Viola
I was going to
Davis.
say Viola Davis. Fences is the one with Denzel Washington,
Okay,
right?
that makes me feel better. That makes me feel better, you guys.
I was so wrong.
Kyle, she's a Material Girl.
Madonna.
Yes, August 16th. Peyton, I want to dance with somebody, and she was in The Bodyguard.
Whitney Houston.
Yes, these are famous Leos. Rich, American singer, songwriter, actress known for her powerful vocals, also her advocacy for mental health, and her rise from Disney Channel stardom to pop music success.
Demi Lovato.
Yes, August 20th.
I hope you don't miss my favorite Leo.
Kyle, Canadian singer, broke hearts in 2015 with his hit song about emotional wounds that won't stop bleeding. Dated Camila Cabello.
Oh, Shawn Mendes.
August 8th. Peyton, the front man for the Rolling Stones.
Oh, I don't know. frontman for Rolling Stones, the guy that Ringo Starr.
Rich.
Mick Jagger.
Yes. Rich, frontman for the Jonas Brothers. His brothers are Kevin and Nick.
Joe.
Yes. Kyle, known as the Black Mamba. This NBA legend spent his entire 20-year career with the Los Angeles Lakers, won 5 championships.
Kobe Bryant.
Yes, August 23rd. Peyton, the 44th president of the United States.
Barack Obama.
Yes, August 4th. Rich, widowed first lady of JFK.
Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis.
Yes, July 28th. Kyle, for the win. He just divorced Jennifer Lopez. He's in a Dunkin' Donut commercial. His birthday is August 15th.
Ben Affleck.
Yes!
Yes!
And that's my Fun Friday. Yay.
It's Friday and John just
Such
got a
enthusiasm.
game for
Yeah, no Kylie Jenner, though. Ugh.
No, it's pretty cool. I saw like the weekend, Peyton was with him last night at a movie premiere, his movie premiere. And the movie, is the movie about his life?
So basically, he is playing himself.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's about him and who? Is it Selena?
I actually was thinking that it gives Selena vibes. I'm thinking that, and if that's the case, it gives us a very good insight on what he was going through during that time and what their relationship
Well, that's what
could have been like.
he posted a letter.
Oh, yeah.
Last night.
So I got the
Yeah.
letter. I actually
Okay.
brought it in. He autographed every single one.
Dang!
That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, you got audio of that?
Yeah.
Oh,
well, not of that, but so the movie, I guess there's something in there about sleep paralysis.
Yeah.
And he said he's had it and it inspired like the whole movie.
You're asleep but awake, half asleep, half awake, and you're aware of your surroundings, but you can't move. You're paralyzed for almost a minute. Sometimes you see a shadowy figure in the corner, and you hear whatever those voices, it's sweet nothings. It's saying nothing essentially, but they're voices. I did my research on it, and it's lack of sleep. Right, your brain is still awake.
And you
when
kind
you're
of think
asleep.
about it. Like these celebrities like The Weeknd and Taylor Swift, when they go on tour and stuff, like it's nonstop for them. They're doing interviews during the day. They're singing, they're warming up and setting up, and then everything at night. It's like
They're not human.
yeah.
Well, we got tickets to see him in about 45 minutes, less than 45 minutes in celebration of Mother's Day. By the way, we're doing Stacks and Hacks. I have stacks of information. Rich has life hacks. And the National Retail Federation says consumer spending on Mother's Day is expected to rise this year. But if you don't have money to spend on elaborate gifts, moms enjoy very much dinners, hugs, and naps. And a poll of people who were raised by a mother and father, 52% say their mother was mostly involved in all their daily activities, and 77% of people said their mom did most of the housework. That's how it was in my house. And now, handing down your old car to your teenager could be a deadly decision. A study found teens are 19% more likely to die in a fatal crash if their car is more than 5 years old. For cars that are 15 years old and older, that statistic jumps to 31%.
I
Dang.
wonder why.
That's scary.
Probably because it's old and
And they
there's-
probably don't think anything about it. Yeah.
Like lane keep assistance, all the safety features on cars that like will stop for you now. That's probably part of it.
There's a video going viral right now. A son shot his dad on video getting coffee from Starbucks.
Oh, I
But-
thought you.
I did too. I
The
was
son
like-
shot his dad. I was
I
like,
was on the
"Jeez."
same tip as you, Kyle. I was like, jeez,
The video's gone viral because the dad sounds like he's straight out of The Sopranos, showing his kid a no ice hack that turns one coffee into two. So, you get one coffee, no ice. You ask for 2 cups of ice. You pour the coffee into the ice cup. 2 iced coffee for the price of 1. But listen to how the dad sounds.
What are you doing?
I'm buying your mother coffee.
Dad, give me ice cream.
Take the ice. Don't worry about it. Look, but I want to teach you something. You order coffee, no ice, right? $5.
What do you do with the rest?
What do you mean? What I do? Look, it's overflowing. I got 2 coffees. Your mother's happy. I'm happy.
He's awesome.
Happy early Mother's Day to all moms out there. We'd be living in a way crappier world without you. Poll found over 90% of moms make it a priority to teach their kids kindness and generosity. In animal news, a study found that birds form friendships and exchange favors to help each other survive. And researchers in China are trying to use AI to translate animal sounds so we can understand what they are saying. And in ocean news, a study found we got a long way to go when it comes to exploring the bottom of the ocean. We've done over 40,000 deep sea dives since the late 1950s, but 99.999% of the ocean floor has never been seen.
That's so creepy.
But yet we're going to space.
There's some stuff down there.
What do you got for life hacks?
Some structures under there. What do you do when you get stuck and you need to do something creative, but you are just stuck? Well, there is a secret color that unlocks your creativity, and it is the color green. So if you cannot go into a green room, experts say go outside, look at the trees, look at the grass, get somewhere in nature, and your creativity will open up. That's why so many people say when you're stuck, you should go for a walk outside because it unlocks that. Try it. Get back to us. That hack at johnjandrich.com.
I want you to think about movies and moms in movies. 877-937-1047 is our phone number. Call us anytime. Text us anytime. You text JJR and your message to 96893. 30 minutes from now, we'll be giving away tickets to see The Weeknd tonight, State Farm Stadium. But we want moms to call up and say, what my family don't know won't hurt them. So you call and tell us a little secret about yourself. I was telling you about the most inspirational moms in movies. They ranked them. So think about it. Anyone have any? Can you think of any inspirational moms?
Yeah.
What?
Blindside. Sandra Bullock, Blindside.
Boom.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That is number 9.
Oh, wow.
I know.
That's kind of hard to top.
I know.
Not what I tell you.
Who else says it?
An inspirational mom.
You got Linda Hamilton in The Terminator.
Okay, sure.
Sally Field as Mrs. Gump in Forrest Gump. That's number 3. Number 2 is Julie Walters as Molly Weasley in the Harry Potter movies. And number 1 is Holly Hunter as Elastigirl in The Incredibles.
I was going to say, is there any cartoon ones in
She's
there?
the most inspirational mom in all of movies. This Sunday at 10 a.m., Couples Podcast drops on the On Demand channel. So wherever you hear podcasts, like our podcast, John J. Rich On Demand, and we're making we've recycled. So now we're back to the first couple, which is Rich and Stacy. And you guys taped it last night?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Stacy's pretty funny. She was in a good mood last night. And we talk about everything. We talk about her hate of Chat GPT and her solution for us on the radio show. We talk about the new Pope. We talk about her momming. We talk about cooking. We talk about who's the most perfectionist. In this little clip I have for you here is Stacy kind of ripping on me for not knowing how to drink alcohol and being kind of a lightweight. We were at a wedding in the wine country this past weekend. And what do you do in the wine country? You drink wine, which doesn't really appeal to me. So she's talking about that outing here.
The wine flight they served had 5 different pours. And you had, of the 5 pours, a sip of probably 3 of the 5.
That's probably right.
And by the time we were done...
Wasted.
You were wasted. And it was precious.
This is not new.
It's not. It was cute.
Whenever I'm around my family, my Uncle Bill would be like, "You're not much of a drinker, are you, Richard?" I'm like, "Well, no, I'm 8. The Couples Podcast.
You guys are cute.
Much more of that.
Bring in those microphones?
They sound good.
So we can use them?
They sound good, don't they?
So it drops on Sunday at 10 a.m. on our On Demand channel. And did we have questions? Like, is that how it works? Peyton sent a bunch of questions over to him?
Yeah, there's about 10 or so questions.
Yeah.
And we both answer them because last time people yelled at me for just asking and not answering, so I jumped in on that too.
So did you answer the questions though? Because I feel like there was a repeat one that you got.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of those.
Okay, cool.
We handled it. Oh, and then have we talked about the passive aggressive love songs I do all the time? When Stacy does something kind of annoying, I'll just ignore it, but then I'll start playing a song live and talking about it live. I do one of those on the show because she was doing it during the show.
You know, that reminds me, I'm almost done with the number 1 show on Netflix, which is called The Four Seasons, right? And Kyle, you finished it?
Yeah.
And this woman is dating a guy for the first time. Everyone meets the guy, and he brought a guitar. And
everyone's like, did he seriously bring a guitar?
It's like
this moment happens, and it's like a tragic moment, and the friends are sitting there, and he starts playing the guitar and singing, and they're like, what is this guy doing?
Did you not think of Rich that time when you saw it? I just watched that episode last night, and I was like, oh my God, Rich.
I totally thought about me too.
Oh my God. Okay, I got to share with you guys something so stupid. This was on our Instagram yesterday. Remember my little sock dilemma?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so real quick. I've had sock problems where my socks kept slipping off my feet, right? So I ended up going to Shields and buying these. I can't remember the brand of the socks, but they're really cool socks. And they have on them. And I remember my Nike socks used to have like this, an R for the right foot and L for the left foot. We all had those socks, right? And at times I remember going, because it's Nike, I thought, how do they genetically or how do they manufacture these socks so it's perfect for the right foot? Like if you wear one on the right foot, on the wrong foot, does it do anything? And I've done that before where you wear them on the wrong feet. I know, Kyle, you have too. So a couple months ago, I got a new pair of socks. They came there in a plastic bag. They were from the factory, and opened them up, and they were both L's. And I was like, 2 left feet. This must be one of those things where, like, you can go to Ross and get, what do they call it when they're mismatched or something's wrong with them?
Like a discounted something.
Yeah, but they call that something.
I don't know.
A regular?
Yeah, okay.
Irregular?
Sure.
Yeah. So I thought maybe this is how socks get to that place, right? So I thought something's wrong with them. And every time I wear those socks, I feel like something's wrong with my right foot because they both say
all in your head.
They both have L's on them, right? I'm like, who's the guy? You had one job. Put the left, put the right in the bag, right?
Yeah.
And then yesterday, I opened up a new pair of socks and they're Stance. And I came in here, and when I opened them up, they had 2 L's on them. And I'm like, oh my God, that guy must have transferred to Stance. Like, this guy's one of those guys that knows left and is right? So I took off my shoes, we made a video, and I showed all you guys the L. And Peyton was like, Kyle's like, absolutely, they're 2 L's. That's so weird. They screwed up. And Peyton, you're like, they're both right angles.
They are, and I still feel that way.
Yeah, they're right angles. I don't know if they're L's. And Kyle's like,
yeah.
Well, I confirmed they're L's.
Are they?
And they stand for large.
Well, then the person didn't mess up. They gave you 2 of the same size.
They gave me the right socks. I got not the right size. They gave me 2 L's, which stand for L. And then Rich came in here. Rich came in here, took off his because he had the same brand socks, but we didn't look at the bottom. You didn't take out. You said I'm wearing Stance. You didn't take off his shoes. So I wonder if yours had small or medium. I don't know what size shoe you were.
I've never seen I looked on them after I got home. I didn't see anything on them at all. So maybe mine are older. Maybe they didn't start labeling them as sizes.
I had so many people message me and tell me it stands for large, but I felt so stupid. And nobody in here got it either.
No, I would have thought they're 2 lefts. I really would have.
No. I still think those are right angles, though. I'm not convinced those are L's.
Well, I'm telling you, they're L's.
I don't know. I need the owner and the maker of Stance to confirm that, and then maybe I'll.
But the fact that I've been battling this for a long time, and even psychologically thinking something's wrong with my right foot when I'm wearing 2 L's.
That's why I said it's all in your head.
I know. But I also would like to know the person that made socks, whenever they started doing right and left, like, was there anything to the right sock versus because it sounds like it'd be extra expensive to do that.
Well, there's a right shoe and a left shoe. You think the socks...
Yeah, but those form differently.
Yeah, you would think the socks do it too, though.
No, it feels exactly the same.
They feel exactly the same.
They do, but it's because the Nike. So say you take Nike and they have the right and the left. The Nike swoosh is on the outside. If you wear them flipped, then the Nike swoosh is on the inside.
That makes sense.
But
so it doesn't really matter if it's the right foot or left foot. It's not like it's altered. It's made for a right foot.
So
it's made for the logo show.
Outside, so the logo shows. But I know Nike also has it on both sides now, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, and what was the meeting that made them decide to do this? Like, hey, people are wearing our socks wrong. I keep seeing the logo on the wrong side. We got to do something about this.
And I've never seen the size of the sock on the outside of the sock, so I still think there's something going on.
I had so many people tell me that it stands for.
I mean, they're probably right. I've just never seen it.
Let me just tell you this: it gave me peace. It gave me incredible peace. I felt stupid, but it gave me peace. Yes, Grant.
I used to work for a specialty shoe store, and we sold specialty socks. Mm-hmm. And there were socks that had right and left, and they offered different support. They held the foot differently. So if you put the left sock on the right foot, it would put the support in the wrong spot of your foot.
Yeah, like runner socks.
But if you walk into a Nike outlet,
yeah,
but there's some of those socks say right left. Do you think that they're made, or that's just?
They should be if they're distinguishing a difference. But that's how it used to be. But I also think that's like snake oil,
right?
Yeah, big time snake oil vibes. I think because I had a lot of right and left socks, and I was just like, these are just regular ass socks.
But I would get so mad. Like when my wife does the laundry, and then when she puts the socks together, and I sit down, I sit down in the bathtub, put my shoes and socks on, and there's 2 rights or 2 lefts. I'm like, and I don't want to say anything to her because I don't want her to go, well, then you do it. But I got to get up and I walk over to the sock drawer and go, there's too many rights here. Where are the lefts?
As long as I've known you, you've had sock issues. Like it plagues you. That and what side your gas tank is on.
God.
Those are the 2 things that John J just can't work out in his world.
God, the other day I was driving home from working out, and I guess my wife was behind me, and she's honking, and I had gotten gas a couple hours earlier. She's honking, she's shooting the brights on me, and I'm like, and she calls me, and she's like, your gas cap is open and dangling from the back of the car. And I'm like, I look, and I didn't even close it. It was open. I didn't even put you know how you put No, so it was open, and the thing was dangling. And then I get home and I close it, and she gets out, she walks over to me, she's like, It's always a hoot living with you. Like to her, she thought that was hilarious. To me, I felt stupid. And I'm like, how do I take the thing out of the gas key thing, put it on the thing, and not even just close it? Like I get not
You're
shutting
busy.
it.
Yeah, your mind was somewhere
yeah,
else.
you were thinking of
You were-
so I like because it's
Right.
like lately I think I've had 20,000 tabs open in my brain, and that's what just you're like that all the time. Like it's just Maysember for me. It's like crazy, but I feel like that's you all the time, and I feel like yeah, sure, of course you love your guests.
But I'm
Thing
going
open.
from like right here to right here.
Yeah, nobody's
Like,
surprised.
how did I not go?
Nobody's surprised you're not in charge of anything in your whole existence. Not even from moment to moment.
The stress I have that I'm wearing 2 left socks when it turns out they're just large.